Hi, this is Jim from Art in Metal. If you find our videos useful and maybe even entertaining, please press the subscribe button that's down here somewhere. What I'd like to do today is introduce you to the quick attach front hitch for the VX series tractors. Now this is the view of the hitch from the bucket side, and this is the view from the loader side. So we'll concentrate on the loader side to start with, and I'd just like to show you some of the differences between the attachment of the hitch to the 70 series and earlier tractors versus the newer 80 series. So the first thing is that the 80 series has a different style of pin for the loader. So the 80 series pin is this fellow here, and it has a flange on the outside that bolts the pin in place, where the earlier models have a pin that sticks through and is retained by a bolt that goes through the flange. So the way that works on the earlier models, 70 and earlier, is the pin comes through your loader and you drop your bolt in place. So the later model tractors, 80 series, with this style pin come in from the other side and they bolt on from the outside. Now one of the other differences with the 80 series is the way in which the spill guard operates. The 80 series spill guard, and I'll insert the pin on this side because this is the spill guard side, has this arrangement here, and sitting on the pin itself is this cam style linkage. Now this is off my tractor. That actually goes on this section of the pin, and you'll notice this 80 series pin is longer as well. So that sits there, and as your bucket rotates, or in this case the hitch, it operates a push-pull cable which then pushes and pulls on the spill guard valve. The earlier model tractors have a linkage style arrangement that's pivoted from up about this position here, and it's onto a adapter on the side of the bucket. So we have an optional spill guard adapter that you can mount in there for your 70 series and earlier spill guard models. So that's available in our store. This is the upper mount where your hydraulic ram goes. These pins are the same across all the BX series, and they work just exactly as your pin does now. So you insert your pin through and drop your bolt in to attach it. So for the pins, the three pins, your upper pins and your two lower pins, the ones you use to attach the quick hitch are the ones you have on your tractor now. So when you remove your bucket, you reuse those pins 1, 2 and 3 to attach the quick hitch. The only optional thing that you may need is the spill guard adapter if you've got the spill guard fitted on a 70 series or earlier tractor. Okay, this is the view of the quick hitch from the bucket side, just to show you how the bucket works and some of the features. The first thing is, in the centre here, we have a Heyman and Reese style tow hitch, and you can see I've got a spare pin inserted in that. There's two pins inserted over here in these mounts and a larger centre mount. This is where you pick up your bucket, and these is where the lower pins on your bucket engage. So the way in which that works is, I'll just take these two pins out. These are standard Heyman and Reese style trailer hitch pins, and the reason I have this one here is it's just a great place to keep a spare. So if you lose one out in the field, you've always got a spare there to put your second attachment on. The way in which it works is you rotate the hitch forward and you pick up the pin from the top of the bucket. And then you roll back. As you roll back, the pins on the bucket will roll into these sections and locate towards the back. Once you've done that, you simply drop your pins in and put in your R-clip. And that retains the bucket from moving. To remove the bucket, it's the reverse of the procedure. You roll back a bit to make sure that the pressure's off this pin. Remove the pin on both sides. You can roll your bucket again, and these will come off and then lower away. So it's a very, very simple procedure. So on each of your bucket or attachments that you're going to run on the quick hitch, you need to pre-install the pins in the bucket, obviously, so you can pick them up and locate them. So we have upper pins and lower pins in our store that are easy to obtain. Got plenty of those in stock, and you can install those in the bucket. One of the things that you'll notice between this and the OEM pins is these are not greasable pins. You don't require greasable pins in your bucket, only on your loader arms, which are your original Kubota pins. These don't move, so they don't require greasing on the front. Where the greasing schedule for the pins on your rear that are mounted to your loader are the same as your normal tractor maintenance. So moving over, the location of these three pins is set up for the 4-in-1 bucket. If you have a standard bucket, this pin in the top will be slightly higher. So what you'll need to move that pin on the bucket downwards to suit this style of hitch. To do that, if you wish to cut the bucket mount off or convert a bucket from something else, we have complete sets of bucket ears available in the store. You can buy this as a set or just the upper mounts to convert the standard bucket to the 4-in-1 style. We also have the Heyman and Reese hitch pins available in the store. As some of you may have noticed, this mount sitting up on this side of the hitch. This is for the 80 series bucket level indicator rod, which is a big mouthful. So the bucket level indicator comes out up your boom and shows you the position of the tilt on your bucket. So that's where it mounts to there. And I'll show you on one of the mounts for the bucket. This is the bucket side. These are the holes where it goes, and you can see that that replicates where the bucket level indicator goes. So for those of you that have got a 70 series or earlier that didn't have the option of the bucket level indicator, you can now use the quick hitch and the 80 series kit to fit that to your tractor.